So let's talk about time, more specifically, how you use your time. So a lot of people are asking when they're looking to get involved in property, or you're already involved and you're looking to see what you can do to really make the most of your time. And the common thing I always get asked is, Paul, have you got any time management skills or any tips and what I can do to basically maximize my time? And the funny thing is that you can't manage time. Time is constant, it's always ticking. So what we need to then look at is how we manage ourselves. So it's not about time management, it's about self-management. And it's all about making priorities. It's making sure that you do the right things, being focused. And this is what's key, because there's so many people out there that are so busy doing everything and anything, just filling their time with stuff, and wonder why they're never getting ahead. They're overwhelmed, they're got too much on the go, and they're getting pulled in all different directions and working to other people's agenda. So no wonder with everything that's happening right now with social media and everybody fighting for your attention, that no wonder that you feel overwhelmed and you don't have the time to get all the stuff that you want to do done. So how can we manage ourselves better? And more importantly, for those that are getting involved in property, the common thing that I see, because they don't know what to do, and I just want to, put your minds at ease here, is that when you're getting started in something new, for those who get started in a property journey and you've maybe get a lot of new information, you don't know what to do and you're learning a lot, then that's fine. And you don't need to allow yourself to be overwhelmed with trying to do lots of stuff. You just want to strip it back and focus on doing the right things, just little daily actions that's going to help you work towards systemizing some form of business, some form of daily, weekly actions that's going to help you move towards ultimately getting the results that you want. And to help you get that best possible result, you've got to minimize lots of distractions, because the first thing that most people lose their time with is distractions. Now, if you think about it, just to put this into perspective, everybody on this planet Earth has the same amount of time. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, should I say it, Donald Trump, you name it. You, me, we all have the same amount of time. The clock is always ticking, and with this in mind, it's how we manage ourselves, like I've been saying here, because in 24 hours, just like anyone that you can think of, anyone you look up to, anyone you admire, anyone that you think has got their shit together, who happens to be on point and able to manage themselves and, seem to get so much done in a day or a week that you might, up until now, not get done because of so many distractions. Well, what kind of traits do they have? What things do they do on a day-to-day basis that helps them get results and seem like they accomplish so much more? We've all seen the movie, well, I'd like to think you've seen the movie Limitless. And it's like they're taking this pill, and this is a new pill, can't remember, NZ22 or something like that. And they take this here, and it seems to give, Bradley Cooper, the actor, it seems to give him this kind of limitless, as if he's getting so much achieved and so much done and learning so many things in such a condensed time. And we all want that. We all want to become this version of him. And I know people who are as efficient as him in real life. And they're that efficient because they manage themselves. They've got a system in place. And it all starts with cutting out distractions. So one of the things we need to look at is that we are wired to our mobile phones these days. And the first thing you need to look at doing is switching off your notifications. Nothing is important for you to have to react to it. If it's extremely urgent, you will find out about it. So with this in mind, cut off all your notifications. Don't answer phone calls unless the phone call is scheduled. Don't look at your text message. Don't have any notifications and any apps that are alerting your phone that's going to distract you and take you off track for what you're trying to focus on, what you're trying to do. And more importantly, stay off social media. Schedule times on throughout the day to go in and check on things and see what's going on, especially using social media as a tool to put stuff out there, to be a producer rather than being a consumer, because as a consumer, you're just going to be consuming stuff every single day, and before you know it, you're down a different rabbit hole because you just need to watch the Netflix documentary Social Dilemma to see that once you start on social media as a consumer, you're going to get pulled into that, and especially get notifications on, and it's going to give you like stuff to keep on looking at, and before you know it, you lose half an hour, a couple of hours, when you've got other stuff to get done. And it's addictive. This is how these social media companies play to your addictive personality. It does it for us all. The best of us get sucked into it, and we need to become aware of this. So straight away from your mobile device, which we are stuck to, from the second that we wake up, most people just reach to their bedside table and literally pick up the mobile phone. That there is just a big no-no to start off with. You shouldn't start the day off being reactive to what's on your phone. There's something I do, and I have my whole team that play along with this because it helps me to be more productive and really helps me to focus, is that I don't want a single message until midday that is a problem, like something that is, unless it's like a major red flag that needs my attention, then, only then, should they send me that message before noon that day. Everything else can wait. And why can it wait? Because nothing's really important. First and foremost, my team become better at problem solving themselves and figuring things out and actually getting stuff done, and become, self-thinkers and able to be self-reliant and productive themselves and figure things out, which is a great trait that you want to train and teach those that are working with you. But I don't want my morning to be pulled all over the place, being reactive, when the morning for me is about setting up to win the day ahead. Now, I'm not talking about you have to join the 5 a.m. club or, get up super early, although that's a good thing to do, because if you can get more done in the morning than most people do in a whole day, then you've got the whole day to move forward with things and get more done and be that appearance of being the person in Limitless, the Bradley Cooper, right? So with this all in mind, it's about winning the morning, then you win the day. So getting up at a reasonable time and not getting distracted with your mobile phone and checking emails and social media, but actually ticking off tasks, getting things done. Something I always recommend that you do is before you go to your bed in the evening is have a little think about what you want to achieve the following day. And it could be some personal things, it could be some business stuff, it could be some work stuff, it could be anything. Just write it down. Do a little brain dump before you go to your bed at night. Have a little journal at the side of your bedside table and just journal a few things and what you want to do the next day and what's important for you. So when you wake up in the morning, first and foremost, you've had a great night's sleep because you're not stressed out, which a lot of people are, thinking about the next day and how they're going to overcome things and they're going to deal with things. And again, when you start to minimize distractions, this all becomes a lot easier. And that's another thing. Switch off your phone, at least an hour or two before you go to your bed at night. These are little simple things that you can do that make a huge difference. So it means you're going to bed with a clear mind. Wake up, look at the stuff that you wrote down, make any amendments you need to make, and then go and start ticking those boxes, get those things done. And this is the idea of you get ahead so much more, and it looks like you accomplish far more than anyone else in a shorter period of time, just because you've been a little bit efficient by managing yourself and not being distracted in a world that is always fighting for your attention, always fighting to distract you. And then you've got a few other things as well, such as we're talking about technology distracting us in social media, but you have other people as well. Now, people watching this here, I can only imagine you're someone that people come to because entrepreneurial people, business folk, people who are having success in life, lots of people demand to get your attention to find out the secret sauce and how you got so much done, or how you're doing things, and how you're achieving success, and how you're entrepreneurial, and they're looking for you to solve their problems. Well, here's the thing. For you to be able to support and help other people's problems, to solve those problems, to help those people, which we should do, but the only way you're able to do that from a place of power to really truly assist and help other people is if you, first and foremost, have got your shit together. Personally, financially, in your health and fitness, in all areas of your life where people are looking for you to solve their problems. You can't do that if you're not looking after yourself first. So you've got to be selfish before you're able to help anyone else. So becoming selfish means that you need to deal with your own problems first. You need to deal with getting your shit in order and being empowered And then you're truly able to help. And with this in mind, what you've got to do when people come to you fighting for your attention, trying to pass on their problem to you, and then next minute you're like, wow, you've solved someone else's problem, but you're now going away dealing with someone else's problem, which is detracting you, it's taking you off track. This happens most with family, close friends, people who look up to you. And you've got to give them the gift, hear what I'm saying here, give them the gift to figure some stuff out themselves. Because if they don't figure some stuff out themselves, they're always going to be coming back to you, fighting for your attention, distracting you from your goals, your aspirations, which ultimately, if you're not doing the work that you need to do yourself, you're not going to get the results because you're too busy fixing everybody else's lives. And the magic words to use when someone is offloading on you, trying to distract you and trying to give you a problem to go and deal with, at the end of it, you can turn around and say, look, I'm sure you'll figure it out. What you're basically saying is that take your problem that you're trying to offload to me and go and figure it out yourself. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't help people, because you absolutely should, but not to the detriment of you focusing on what you have to do that day, that week. Now, most people don't plan their week ahead first and foremost. To make sure that you're having quantum leaps in your business, quantum leaps in your property journey, and anything you do in life, make sure you hit the ground running at the start of the week and have one big goal, one big target that's going to stretch your comfort zone. That's the domino effect, that if you know that if you just do this one thing this week, then ultimately it's going to have a domino effect and not going to affect in all other areas of your life, that everything else almost becomes irrelevant, but benefits from you doing that one thing. And that might be in property, just focus on getting a deal done. It could be going out there and focus on just nothing but the efforts of raising the funds to do a deal. It could be something as simple as just doing a little bit of actions and due diligence and looking at some properties to set up some viewings. But you want to get that stuff done at the beginning of the week. And it really sets you up. So it means that if you get it done in a couple of days, then jackpot bonus, you've won that week. You want to get yourself in a habit of having successful weeks of achieving your one big moving target, one big priority for the week. And it's going to give you so much belief and inner confidence that you're getting things done. And before you know it, you're going to go, wow, I've got more time in my hands. I'm starting to self-manage myself here. I feel like I've got way more time to do more things because I'm winning in the morning by getting up super early, focusing on my own agenda. I'm not getting distracted with noise. I'm not getting distracted with social media and technology. I'm focusing on my priority for the week ahead. And by getting that big priority done, you start to figure out and find that other things start to take care of themselves. And once you've done the one big thing, deal with all the other stuff as well. Because you'll have the momentum and you'll have the motivation to continue doing that once you just tick off that big thing and you're setting the day up by having a good evening schedule, and then again in the morning, that routine's really going to start to help you. There's just some small, little, tiny, what seems so insignificant changes that if you start to adopt those, start to take those on board, it will do a massive. There's no point in me sitting there offloading saying, do this by that time, and then do this here, then do that there. Like, just change some little tiny habits with what you do through what I'm suggesting, and you're going to see an unbelievable shift in how you do life and how you operate your property business. Because one thing I know for those who want to become a full-time property investor or developer, or those who are already involved in property who want to scale their business and take it to the next level, I'm talking about a monumental jump, not just getting a little bit better than the previous year. The only way you're going to do that stuff is if you can focus on doing the right things and get yourself away from all distractions and be able to make the most of the time that you have got by doing what I'm suggesting here. This is so important for you guys, and as soon as you do this, before you know it, your business is going to start going through the roof, your life is going to start to change, you're going to get so much more done, and you'll be the one that people look to. Can you give me some time management tips? And you'll be telling them some of the same stuff that I've been sharing here. So with that in mind, what I recommend you do, again, it's all good to understand this and listen to this, but if you don't go and take action on some of the things I'm talking about here, then nothing's going to change. So my recommendation is here, as you take the time, you don't have the time not to do this, so you take the time, maybe watch this video again, take some notes, and then start implementing some of these small, little minor seem like insignificant changes, and just watch and see what happens over the course of a week to a month. And if you keep this habit up and this new discipline, it will transform your life. So there you go. No such thing as time management, just self-management. And if you do that, you see the results that will come from it. So have a great week and all the best. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.